Hey guys, it's Goosebumps Completionist, and I have an announcement to make that I don't know how it's going to be perceived. I hope that it's positive. I can definitely see some of you being upset with me, but that's to be expected. First and foremost, I started this channel 5 years ago during COVID in a time where I was in a state of mental depression, not because of what was happening in the world around me, but from the sheer isolation I was feeling during that time. To put it very brief without getting too into it, at the time when I started this channel, Goosebumps Completionist, it was during COVID, and at the time I lived a state away from my entire family and my friends, about 4 hours away. And because of that time difference, it made it hard to go back and forth, even though COVID times meant a lot of downtime. The world kept turning, right? So I found myself stuck inside of my apartment all the time with my fiance, and I felt stir crazy, and she kind of coached me into finding something that I'm into to kind of help me pass the time. And one day I was on YouTube and I found Michael Goosebumps fan and a couple other Goosebumps YouTubers at the time who were making videos. And I loved them so much. And I loved what they were talking about. And it just clicked to me that, I loved Goosebumps as a kid. I loved kids' horror, or the idea of getting to know kids' horror. And I thought that that would be enough to carry me for years and years and years and years. And here we are, 560 videos later on this channel. And we've grown over 2,000 subs here on a channel that puts no editing into their videos, hardly ever, depending on what video I'm making, right? But for somebody who's never done editing, at least professionally, or had professional editors, and for somebody who's never paid for ad sponsorships or ad promotion on websites to gain sub count or exposure on their videos, I'm really proud of what I was able to accomplish here, and I owe it all to you guys, first and foremost. This channel would not be where it is without you. And from the bottom of my heart, I really do love and appreciate all of you. And to all the friends that I've made outside of here through me making content on here, whether we've talked on Twitter/X or Discord or Reddit over the years, for all of you, the ones that used to be very vocal in the community and no longer are, or more active and completely aren't anymore, I still think about you all every single day. I miss you all. And to all the people that I'm still friends with right now, I love all of you too. So I guess I should get into what I'm about to say. And that is, I am retiring Goosebumps Completionist on this channel. It's not easy to make this announcement. It really isn't. But I feel like for me, in my journey making content for you all, I think this needs to be done. So I'll get into why now, why I'm doing this. So for a few years, I've had a sister channel called Horror Free for All that I made as an outlet for this channel because whenever I would get burnt out on kids' horror, I would go to that channel and I would make content around adult horror. And for, I guess, the past year and a half, I have been struggling, now that I'm officially done with what I was doing in my former state and I'm back home and I got like a real job, you know what I mean? I struggle working that 9 to 5 grind and having the energy to get on here and make content for you guys, whether it's Goosebumps Completionist or Horror Free for All. And for, I wouldn't say maybe 6 to 7 months, I've been struggling trying to figure out why that is. At first, I thought I was burnt out on kids' horror and just reading and whatnot, but that really wasn't the case because if there was something I really did want to read, I would pick it up and read it. It just meant, did I have the effort to go make a video on a channel? Which brings me to my other channel, Horror Free for All. I think for Horror Free for All, it was kind of like the same thing. I love watching movies. I love reading horror short stories by authors. I love reading horror anthology comics, but trying to find time to get in front of the camera to do so is hard sometimes. And I thought that maybe it was just me being burnt out, like I said, maybe on both avenues. But I want to say maybe like a week ago, I had an epiphany. And I realized that it's not me being burnt out on the content, and I guess absorbing content. It's me trying to dictate time to one channel over the other. And for a long time, I haven't noticed this, but whenever I watch a horror movie and I read a Goosebumps book or a kid's horror book, I go back and forth whether I want to make a review on it. And sadly, I just don't for either. And it's become a problem. And I feel like I owe it all to I owe everything to you all for this channel, so I owe it to you to be upfront about that, right? So it's become a problem juggling two channels. Even though that channel has way more views on certain videos than I've ever gotten on this channel, and even though this channel is 5 times the amount of subscribers as that other channel, I figured that I think for the best avenue moving forward, I will be merging channels. Now, merging channels, it comes with a lot because I've put time and effort on that other channel that I now have to abandon. But I will say that if you are here from my former horror FFA channel, I will make playlists for all the old content I had over there that I still have uploaded, and you can find it here in public playlist on this channel, which I've rebranded into Horror FFA. I've decided to assume Horror Free for All as my YouTube handle moving forward, and this channel no longer will be just kids horror because of the merge, but there is going to be lots of kids horror exposure, but there's also going to be lots of adult horror exposure. I also want to get back into the collecting side of things. I feel like over time, because I made that second channel, I got out of sorts on making collecting update videos for you all, which are some of my more popular things that I've put out in history on this channel. So I want to keep up with that too. But I want to stay true to myself first and foremost. And it pains me to have to, I guess, kill a persona of mine. But Goosebumps Completionist is just one aspect of who I am. My name is Austin, by the way, if I've never formally introduced myself to you all on here on camera. You know, I'm an adult man-child who loves kids horror, but I love all things horror. And it's just gotten to the point where separating kids horror from adult horror has become hard to juggle. So the other side of myself, which is mainly horror free-for-all, if I'm being honest, Goosebumps Completionist is just a snippet of my overall love of horror. I decided to just make a channel that envelops everything, whether we're talking about mainstream, obscure stuff, straight to TV stuff, you know, comic book horror, what have you, kids horror, whatever. It's all going to be on this channel moving forward. And I think by doing this, I will be Jones to just make content for you all whenever I feel the inspiration. I don't have to go back and forth whether I want to put this out over this. I now know that if I watch a horror movie and read a kid's horror book, I don't have to worry about trying to grow my smaller channel. I can just put it on here and it's good to go. Same thing with the, you know, Goosebumps book review right after. It's good to go. And for continuity, I will, for at least the traditionally Goosebumps Completionist content on here, we'll be keeping the same style for you all. Whether we're talking about book reviews, the thumbnail styles, book versus episode, stuff like that, episode reviews, movie reviews, I'll keep that the same for you all. But just know that the horror FFA style that I've been bringing over there will be coming into here more. And you're going to see a lot of changes when you see what kind of content I'm producing on here, if you're not used to watching my horror FFA content. So just know that moving forward. So that's my announcement. Like I said, I don't know how it's going to be perceived or how it's going to be taken, but I hope that you guys understand and know that I've enjoyed being the Goosebumps Completionist. I still love rabbit holes. I still love obscurities in kids horror. You're going to see that stuff all over this channel. But I think moving forward, you're going to see a lot more content from me. You're going to see my face a lot more. You're going to see me a lot more happier. And I think that's probably the best trade-off for you all at this point, because there's still that milestone that I started when I started Goosebumps Completionist, and that is I want to read and experience every Goosebumps story ever made, and that's still my goal. And I still have quite a few left to do. So I want to do that, but I want to make sure that I have the mental space and the mental capacity to do so. And to have that, I feel I need to do this. So yeah, that's all I have to say. If you're upset, you can let me know on Discord. If you know me there, if you want my Discord handle personally, just put a comment down here and I'll message you on Discord. Just give me your Discord information. I'll personally tell you more about what I didn't cover in this video if you're that curious, or if you're in Discord chats I'm in, feel free to just chime in and ask questions if you have any. But from here on out, I will be known as Horror Free for All on this channel. Y'all can still call me Completionist. You can still call me Comp. You can call me whatever you want. I don't care. I understand. But yeah, hopefully there leads to more exciting avenues for this channel moving forward in the future. And this evolution is a good thing for you all. And I hope that you can see that it hopefully is a good thing. So stay tuned. There is a little weird intermission period going in between two channels right now. So if you see playlists starting to form and stuff starting to get shuffled around on my page and whatnot, just know it's from that. And like I said earlier, I love each and every one of you. If you don't want to talk to me in private on Discord, you can also reach me on X at Goosebumps Completionist. You can message me on there, or you can just comment down in the comment section if you want to know a little more. I'm probably not going to put too many details out there in the public, but I'll get into more behind the scenes if you really care for all that stuff. So, and that's all I have to say. And I guess this is the last time I'll be signing out as Goosebumps Completionist, but it's been a hell of a 5 years, and I'm excited for what I'm going to bring you all in the future. So until next time, take care, and most importantly, stay true to yourself.